The She Drives Act is new federal legislation aimed at updating auto safety tests by using crash test dummies that are modeled after women as well as men. Studies show that women are more likely to suffer serious injuries in a car crash, and yet safety tests are largely designed for men. Joining us now is Mark Lambert. He's an attorney from the law firm Fenimore. Good to see you again. Thanks for joining us.
Good to see you too.
The She Drives Act, give me a better definition.
Yeah, so what you're dealing with here is an act that's designed to close this gap, this barrier between safety standards for men and for women. So if you look back 40, 50, 60 years, if the crash dummies that were used and the technology that was used to protect us was really focused on men only. And so what the She Drives Act does now is it launches us forward so we can look at crash dummies for women and different sizes, different shapes, different muscle mass, and so on.
Interesting. Women 17% more likely to be killed in car crashes.
Yeah.
As an attorney dealing with these kinds of things, does that sound familiar? That ring a bell?
It does, unfortunately. As I've been a personal injury lawyer for the last 30 plus years, and the thing that I note is there are certain types of injuries that I see over and over again in women, but not men. I can give you some examples.
Please.
So you have clavicle fractures. It's not that a man can't sustain that, but in my 3 decades of doing this, 95% of the time I see someone injured with a clavicle injury, a clavicle fracture that's caused by a seatbelt,
yes.
the shoulder strap,
okay.
is in a woman. I also see pelvic fractures that are really common in women, but not as much in men.
And again, the reason that maybe seatbelts are designed the way they are and other aspects of the vehicle and the cockpit, if you will, designed the way it is because female modeled crash test dummies never exist. They didn't even try them out.
So initially, they weren't even used at all. They were only using male crash test dummies for decades. And then there was an introduction of using female crash dummies, but those dummies represented the 5th percentile, where the men, the dummies represent the 50th percentile, so the average man.
Yeah.
But in the case of a woman, you're talking about a woman who's going to be 4'11" and weigh 110 pounds.
So how would the legislation change things? What would it require? These was it auto firms, car makers? Who's involved here?
So it's the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration. It's a tongue twister, but that's the organization that promotes the regulations related to safety and driving. So what this is going to do is require now, if it's passed, and right now it's going to go to a vote to the Senate, is the crash test dummies, the new form of them are representative of a woman, and they're pushing to try to get it to the 50th percentile woman. But in addition, it's going to reflect their morphology, their anatomy, if you will. Mm-hmm. So it's going to address their muscle mass, their differences in the pelvic girdle, all different areas of the body, which previously hadn't been addressed at all for safety purposes.
And the bill estimates that maybe like 1,300 lives could be saved just from that one change?
You think about it, yes, and that's in the United States alone. There are 1.2 million people that die in car crashes worldwide every year. Mm. And if you think that there's a greater percentage of women who are dying because the safety equipment was never designed for them in the first instance, when you translate that to numbers, we're talking about huge numbers.
So the change, obviously, and this is a bipartisan bill. I can't imagine this thing not getting through the Senate. But can you target other vulnerable groups? Can you target, I don't know, the elderly and folks like that? Can this grow from here?
I think it needs to, and I think that's the direction it's headed. I think right now, the majority of drivers on the road are women, and women are actually in less accidents than men. Mm-hmm. So you're talking about a huge demographic that hasn't been addressed. I do think there are other demographics that need to be addressed, like people of small stature, mm-hmm. People that in terms of weight are heavier. They're all different demographics that need to be addressed, that can be. And it's not suggesting that the average man or the average woman shouldn't be addressed. It's just trying to make sure that it accommodates different people.
Yes, get more people in that circle. Mark Lambert, again, attorney here, and this is really interesting. I never knew this was a thing, yeah. And it's not just a thing, it's legislation, and it's about to be law. Yeah. Good to have you here.
It's good to be here. Thank you.